weekend on ESPN as we welcome you to Youngstown, Ohio tonight as the Youngstown State Penguins are getting set to take on the Wright State Raiders in Horizon League basketball. Let's take a look at the standings in the Horizon League. And right now, all the things you need to have a great atmosphere for college basketball, and the hometown Penguins of Youngstown State win the opening tip, and they will begin with the basketball. And here's Brett Thompson at the top for YSU. Youngstown State has won 2 straight games, coming off a win Wednesday against Purdue Fort Wayne. And underneath, it's DJ Burns off the feed from Rush.
Direction, but they're certainly going to have their hands full with this Penguin squad tonight.
From Murray State. And now he's 2 points, 15-5 in league play, and taking them to the semifinals of the Horizon League tournament. And now another strong start, 12-5 and 4-2 in league play. Here's Alex Hubrick's a 3, and he knocks it down. The Wright State team has scored over 100 each of the last 2 games. Both of those games were on the road. First time since the 92-93 season, the Raiders have accomplished that. Trey Calvin, a baseline jumper, gets it to go.
And that was pretty good defense by Youngstown State. That's just better offense by Trey Calvin. And how many times over the years have we seen him knock down a mid-range jump shot like that?
Trey Calvin has gotten better and better, and that's why David is preseason Horizon League Player of the Year. Bryson Langdon answers on the other end.
Both these teams love to get up and down. They will get out on the break when the opportunity does present itself. Because Wright State's so efficient offensively. That's the thing. They don't rely much on the three-point shot, and they're still leading the country in field goal percentage and scoring at such a high clip.
Near steal turns into a 3 for Wright State.
And a good sign there for Scott Nagy, seeing Trey Calvin get off to a great start and hit both of his first 2 shots. Youngstown State played pretty good possession defensively those first 2 trips. The last couple times, Wright State's had the answer.
And Ziggy Reed has the answer from 3.
Now, Ziggy Reed has added another element for this Youngstown State team as well. Kind of giving them that combo forward. Can post up smaller guards, can knock down the 3. And both of these teams off to just a blow.
Youngstown State resets. DJ Burns misses that 3. And Wright State back down the floor.
The backboard is certainly going to be something to keep an eye on. Youngstown State is a terrific rebounding team, but especially on the offensive end of the court, Wright State's got to block out.
Trey Calvin again, and he's got 7 points. And with that bucket, he has now passed to Sean Wood for 2nd on Wright State's all-time scoring list.
What is it about this building that Trey Calvin loves so much?
Well, last year he had 44 in a triple overtime defeat. Youngstown State won 91-89. Here's DJ Burns and hooks it in. The other end to knock it away from Braun. And Trey Calvin the steal from Rush. Hubrick's beautiful feed, bucket, and a foul for Braun.
Those are on the road. That is almost unheard of this day and age. They are just a pleasure to watch.
This is a Youngstown State team that is very good offensively too. 81.5 points per game, and they shoot almost 46% from the field. Brett Thompson to the rack for the bucket.
And Brett Thompson has been the guy off.
Trey Calvin looking for someone to throw it into, and it'll be Tanner Holden. Been one of the best players in the Horizon League for a long time now. Alex Hubrick's open from the elbow.
And we knew Youngstown coming into this game was going to try to play a lot of their matchup zone. Be curious to see as the night goes along how successful it is. Wright State is a really difficult team to zone because they don't run a lot of sets. It's just playing basketball.
Brett Thompson knocks down the 3 and set things up for Youngstown State. YSU 9-1 in the Beagley Center. And one of the best home court advantages in the Horizon League, and Ziggy Reed is fouled.
Of facing those guys up from the perimeter and putting the ball on the floor, getting to the
hoops. You can also watch on the ESPN app from anywhere. Ziggy Logan Woods into the game for Wright State, the redshirt freshman from Fairfield, Ohio. Now Braun along the baseline with 10 to shoot. Woods will take a 3. He buries it.
That will be the energy in the crowd and the people supporting the program. And to me, what's so remarkable about this year, after coming off the best season in program history, He brings in 12 new players and picks guys. So for them to get acclimated that quickly is just remarkable.
This time A.J. Braun bumping Gabe Dines. Can't get that one to fall. Bryson Langdon, one of those transfers, came from Northern Kentucky, finding E.J. Farmer, rattles in a three. Rebound to Brandon Knoll.
John Lovelace Jr., one of the holdovers from last year in his sophomore season, had a terrific freshman season a year ago and given them a lot of production. So Youngstown just doing it in a variety of ways throughout this season.
This time Dines bumps Trey Calvin down to the floor. Trey Calvin leading the Horizon League in nation in scoring. And after that torrid start for Wright State, even they have started to slow this down a little bit.
Yeah, give credit to this Youngstown State defense for making it tough for them to score. Gabe Dines coming in, giving some good minutes with rim protection, and Ziggy Reed with a great move there, a little up and under off the glass. And you know, with Trey Calvin out of the game, Scott Nagy's just trying to buy a little time here till the next media timeout to give his star players some rest. But Wright State doesn't have much as far as a backup point guard goes. Tanner Holden trying to fill those duties right now, but with Trey Calvin on the bench, where do they go offensively to try to score? Got to get the ball inside, which they're doing right now.
It's A.J. Braun, yes, and one. Standings. As A.J. Braun completes the three-league
championship, but this year may be as wide open as we've seen in a long time, if not ever. Every team on that graphic we just saw has a chance to win this league before it's all said and done.
Brandon Rush knocks down a three. His first points of the not where he would like to be, but he is still fifth in the Horizon League in three-point field goals.
And Jared Calhoun said, you know, Brandon obviously not having as good of a year as he's capable of. Doesn't mean he's having a bad one, but we're still playing well. So just think, we see a bad foul there by Trey Calvin on a fade. He makes it, so be it. But you just don't want to pick up a cheap foul.
That's another there.
A breather here, but Wright State is at their best when they play through him on the block.
Gabe Dines already leads the Horizon League in blocks, and you figure he's going to set the school record. He's well on his way to doing that for a first year. Ziggy Reed connects
on the rim.
Braun muscles it up over Dines this time, but again, the rim protector makes it tough. Thompson all the way to the rim.
And you see the speed there of Brett Thompson and Youngstown State changing.
Where to go. Beat up tightly by Farmer. Dre Carter, the redshirt freshman, into the paint. In traffic, misses the shot. And Brett Thompson is fired up. Yep.
Play and the other night against Purdue.
Thompson, head of steam, can't finish.
Yeah, and a little out of control there. Did a good job the last couple times of pushing that pace, but that time looked like he got caught kind of out of stride a little bit. Has here over the last few minutes.
Holden misses a free throw, and now a foul on Carter.
They get up in you, and I think the pressure here in the half court defensively, and both teams struggling front end, but you know what? That form looked pretty good. You could tell he's pretty comfortable shooting from out there. Not sure Jared Calhoun wants to see a lot of that, but I think he'll live with that one.
And Calvin the miss, Braun the putback. So,
you know, obviously they had a great year last year, but I think he was a little frustrated with them defensively overall. But this year they have really done a great job of changing that narrative, and they've been a terrific defensive team so far here through the early part of this Horizon League season.
Tanner Holden, the turnaround.
To hang your head on the other end of the court. Wright State has not done that, and I think Scott Nagy knows that. Their team is still up one. As poorly as they've shot the ball, they've held Youngstown State to under 35% from the field, so they're doing a good job themselves.
Tanner Holden, rather Trey Calvin.
The rest of the season.
Right.
At some point, you're going to have a bad shooting night. You got to rely on your defense. So give his team a lot of credit for hanging through the storm here a little bit from Wright State, or excuse me, from Youngstown State.
It's going the other way. A.J. Braun trying to put it in, but can't. Jared Calhoun told us, you know, this might be the night that obviously the Wright State is going to put up that kind of offensive performance game in and game out. And Scott Nagy said there's going to be a game that's more like this. And now it's a test, really, for the Raiders, who have won 3 straight, to see if they can win a game that's more in the opponent's favor in terms of tempo. 10 seconds to go in the half. 5 to shoot. Here's Calvin. End of the shot clock. No. Farmer's got it. End of the clock. and that will not go. Tanner Holden got hit right before the end of the half. Hope that he's all right. The Penguins to start with the basketball here in the second half, and it's Brett Thompson on the wing. Bryson Langdon now stops and gives to Reed. They go inside for DJ Burns, who's wide open.
A great set there coming out of the locker room by Jared Calhoun. They knew Wright State had switched trap right away on both A.J. Braun and Brandon Nolan that time, forcing the tie-up. But look for Wright State to continue to get the ball inside, especially with Dines on the bench.
Alex Hubrick's a nice-looking shot there. He's got 10 points now. The redshirt junior from Grafton, Wisconsin. In the era of the transfer portal, Scott Nagy's club has resisted, and Alex Hubrick's is the example of a guy who's continued to get better each year for the Raiders. Hubrick's a cross-court pass, and it's beautiful to Tanner Holden.
And a great pass there by Alex Hubrick. Nobody picked up Tanner Holden on the backside there in transition. And I wasn't quite sure if Alex Hubrick was going to be able to see him, but a great feed and a great cut by Tanner Holden going to the basket. A lot of times you'll see a guy just stay in the corner, but that time he cut to the basket.
Bryson Langdon knocks down the triple for Youngstown State.
Hubrick's not able to knock it down.
Brandon Rush can't finish after a spin into the lane. Hubrick's now into the paint. Leaves it off for Noel.
And Alex Hubrick has looked like an all-conference point guard the last couple of possessions. Baseline for Noel's first basket of this game.
Ziggy Reed down low for Burns. The kick out, Langdon, wing three off target. Burns the rebound and the putback.
And that was a result of, again, Wright State switching that high ball screen. And Alex Hubrick keeps getting switched up and caught on DJ Burns. And DJ Burns that time able to get inside position because of the mismatch for the offensive rebound.
Hubrick's now over Langdon.
This is the Alex Hubrick show here in the second half. And you know, Trey Calvin, who we talked about, preseason Horizon League Player of the Year, kind of makes this team go. But it has been Alex Hubrick and a great feed there by Ziggy Reed. And Wright State's going to have to make an adjustment here because this high-low game and getting the ball inside for this Penguin team to DJ Burns has just been unstoppable here the first 4 minutes of this second half. DJ
Burns now 10 points in this one. A.J. Braun yet again. He's such a steadying presence for Wright State.
Yeah, and I'm not sure this is the kind of game Jared Calhoun wants to get into where they're trading baskets with Wright State. They are just too good offensively and too powerful. Put up too many points to be able to play that kind of style.
Langdon fouled on a three. Tanner Holden can't believe it. Tanner Holden fouling Bryson Langdon on a 3 tries. Last year was mentoring students in Chicago and Magnet up in another situation, did not have one, and then put his name back into the transfer.
How about 28 assists, only 8 turnovers in league play? I mean, a guy who basically took a year off of playing basketball and has come in and had that type of impact. So Jared Calhoun going anywhere he can to find guys to help his team, and Bryson Langdon has certainly done that.
5 to shoot now for Wright State. Hubrick again.
In a variety of ways, and that is just such a big addition when you got guys like Trey Calvin that have been a little quiet offensively tonight. Tanner Holden, Brandon Noel as well. So big minutes here from Alex Hubrick.
Nice feed down low by Thompson and DJ Burns. Logan Woods down low for Noel. Trey Calvin a 3 from the wing. That's good. Trey Calvin now with 14.
Wright State is the most efficient team in the country when it comes to field goal percentage, taking shots like that.
Thompson tries to answer with a 3. No. Ziggy Reed rips down the rebound. And now Thompson finishes by himself.
And that's frustration there for Scott Nagy. Played good defense that first time around, but just gave up another offensive rebound. And that time, Brett Thompson able to get to the rim and made him pay for it.
Logan Woods into the paint. Yes, and the foul. Logan Woods completes the 3-point play. Here's Farmer. Can't connect on that 3. Lovelace got in there for the rebound, and draws the foul.
A couple times here so far in this second half, and John Lovelace Jr.
said, if we can be better as a rebounding team and we can be a better defensive team, we're going to be in a really good spot. And there's no doubt in that. The amount of firepower this team has offensively. Tanner Holden, step back jumper, yes. I mean, bear it out. This is a Wright State team that is a good three-point shooting team. They just don't take a ton of threes.
They know exactly what their strength is, and that's getting the ball inside, playing inside to out basketball. And great pass right there, great cut.
Woods is fouled.
You know, very capable of making a lot of threes. They have good. Logan Woods didn't stand in the corner, cut right to the basket. Tanner Holden with a great pass, and 16 in a row. So looks like they're on track to maybe repeat as national champions.
Here's Lovelace for three. That's off target. Dines the tip back, and Youngstown State keeps. Farmer's got an open three. Connects.
And again, second chance opportunities. Wright State did a good job the first time around defensively, forced a tough shot. Youngstown State continuing to hit that offensive glass, that time knocking down the three from the corner from E.J. Farmer. But Trey Calvin, how many times over the years have we seen?
So often, Trey Calvin, and with a mid-range shot like that, too. Langdon had that one in and out, and Dre Carter comes down with it.
Good pass.
Calvin, beautiful pass, and Noel finishes.
And those stats can be a little misleading sometimes, like you said, because of the pace. You know, giving up 79 points a game, but they play such a high pace. That's just, there's so many possessions, and again, another easy run out here for the Raiders.
Hubricks, yes. Are they happy to have him healthy and playing well this year? Brett Thompson out of the timeout for Youngstown State. Jump step into the lane against a double. Flings it in the air and puts it in.
A much-needed basket for Youngstown coming out of that timeout.
Try to establish Noel in the post. Up over Reed. No. But Noel gets it off the fingertips of Braun. And Holden coming in. And a foul called.
Yeah, we see the frustration. It's easy to stand and stare at the ball. But Tanner Holden that time.
Holden or Calvin. They will make you pay. Thompson along the baseline, the kick. Open shot for Reed, who hits the three.
And just a complete breakdown there by Wright State on those.
Braun looking to set the screen. Holden goes the other way, throws it away. Thompson like a freight train to the basket, no. Rush, yes! The way that Jared Calhoun has deployed Dines tonight. It's like when they need a boost, they put him in there just to stop Wright State's offense. Thompson, down low, Dines missed the dunk, but a foul called.
And that was a good.
Alex Hubricks is his fourth, which is huge.
On offense, I think that's why he's leaving him in the game. And, you know, maybe Wright's.
Reed. Youngstown State can take the lead back. Reed, beautiful pass to Dines. In the corner, Rush. Too strong.
I think the roof is going to come off this place if that had gone in. This crowd is alive.
And Holden fouled by Dines from behind.
That's a pretty.
State. Still on a 10-0.
Section number one with the free Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Thompson around Calvin. Yes!
With him in there, they just have not been able to get anything going. And they are very capable of knocking down mid-range jump shots, but he has been everywhere on the defensive end, challenging everything.
Ziggy Reed and one.
Not only because Youngstown has come alive and they have the crowd behind them, but with 45 in red sitting back there protecting the rim, they just are not able to get anything near the basket.
Isn't it amazing we're saying that? Wright State, one of the best offensive teams in the country. Noel misses a three. Dines the rebound, and now another foul on Wright State.
There's no way to simulate it, so when you get into the game, as we see.
Against Dines. Turns on him. Knocked away. Thompson. got 63 tonight. Under 3 minutes to go. Nice pass to Hubricks from Holden. And Hubricks now with 18. So that cuts it to 8. And as great a run as it's been for Youngstown State, if there's any team that can make up 10 points quickly, it's Wright State.
Yeah, it's got to start right here on this end. They have to string together a couple stops.
Ziggy Reed from Burns.
A switch just flipped, and Youngstown State has just dominated the last 7 or 8 minutes of this game.
And they were up 9. It looked like they were going to cruise again. And here are the Penguins now with a 12-point lead.
And as much as we've talked about game dimes, Brent Thompson has been very, very instrumental in this run as well. Controlling the tempo, ball in his hands, just running the team, and has made some great decisions on the offensive end.
Here's Holden. Yes. Semifinals and final. .120 left. 10-point game. Trey Calvin called for the foul. The guy they call BT has had, who's been in the starting lineup rather for the last 13 games, now with 20 tonight.
Wright State obviously got to get something going quick here. Not an ally of theirs at the moment.
This time BT called for the foul.
That very often in a 40-minute game to go for.
Outstanding work. Youngstown State trying to beat the pressure. They got to hurry to cross, and they get it. And it goes right to Rush, wide open.
Yeah, maybe not textbook, but the result they wanted nonetheless. And that probably should just about do it here for Youngstown State.
Andrew Wellage on about the 3. Hubricks, baseline jumper, no. Now at 34.6, Tanner Holden is fouled.
3-game road trip.
Yep.
If you would have said to Scott Nagy going into this road trip, but this team is going to be there when it's all said and done at the end of the year. They're too talented. They're too experienced. They're very good at home. So, you know, maybe not a surprise by the result here tonight, but maybe just a little bit more surprised as how it happened.
How it happened, I think, is something that Wright State's going to break down, but there's no question. This Wright State team is very talented, but they ran into the buzzsaw tonight in the final 8 minutes against Youngstown State. Rush putting it up. Shot clock is off. Trey Calvin finding Holden at the buzzer. That won't go. And the Youngstown State Penguins, 81-71 winners over Wright State here at the Beagley Center. Brent Thompson and Youngstown State.